Money makes the world go round, but the environment sustains it. Can central bank use their power to protect the very foundation of our economies? So, good afternoon everyone. I am the first reporter of Group 7 Milanjoy Daruca. So today we will be tackle about the relationship of money and the environment and the role of environment in the environment or the role of environment to itself. So money and the environment appear as very different concepts. Money is the foundation of economic system, while the environment is the natural world that sustains life. But when we look closer, these two concepts are deeply connected. So the health of the environment directly influences the economy, while the way money is managed through monetary policy and central bank affects how societies use natural resources. So here we go sa question nga, how financial systems impact the environment or how the environment impact the financial system. So as you can see sa duha ka picture, balig state diri kung nano ang impact sang money or financial sa environment, also impact pod sang environment sa money or financial. So let's talk first about the financial impact on environment. So first is investment in fossil fuels. When ang mga banks and investment firms is nagtagana gayud sang kwarta into coal, oil, and gas companies, daw bali ila gitabangan ang companies to find and burn more fossil fuels. Just like for example, usa ka large bank ka nagprovide sang loan to a company that wants to build a new coal mine. So this helps the coal company extract and sell more coal, which releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and also contributing to climate change. Then ikaduha is ang funding and sustainable practices. So sometimes ang financial institution is magfunding sa usa ka project that harm the environment, like deforestation or overfishing. So example, usa ka company nga nagloan to clear a large area of forest para sa iya project nga cattle farming. So this deforestation or pagpangutod sa mga kahoy destroys habitats, reduces biodiversity, and releases carbon dioxide, which is impacting the environment negatively. Then ikatulo is ang market externalities. So these are costs nga dili included sa price of goods or services sa usa ka business. For example, the cost of pollution from a factory is dili na included sa price of the products it makes or product nga nahimo. So just like for example, a factory which pollutes a river while making clothes. So ang cost sa pagpanglimpyo sa river or the health problem caused by the pollution are not paid by the factory or included in the price of the clothes. So this cost is borne by societies and the environment. So those are the impact on environment when it comes sa financial. So next is the environmental impact on finance. Also there are three. So first is the climate related risks. So changes in the climate like more frequent and severe storms, floods, and droughts can damage properties and disrupt businesses, which leading to financial losses. So just like for example, a coastal city experiences increased flooding due to rising sea levels, which is damaging sa mga biyay din sa businesses. So ang mga banks nga nag-issue sang mortgages and loans sina nga area may face potential losses as property values decline and businesses struggle to repay their utang. The next is ang resource scarcity. As natural resources sama sa water, minerals, and fertile land become scarcer, kuwang, or nagkaubos, so the cost of obtaining them increases or magamahal ang gasto sa pagkuha sini nga mga natural resources, which is makaapekto sa mga businesses which rely on these resources. So just like for example, dugay nga panahon sa tag-init, so makaapekto ini siya sa pag-ani sa mga pananom, which is magresulta sa pagmahal sa mga palaliton. Like sa food companies and restaurants, they might face higher costs which can reduce their profits or force them to raise prices for consumers. So sa pagtaas ang presyo, wala kayo sa mamalit kay kita nga mga consumers magpili man gid kita sang barato. So because of this, business might lead to bankruptcy. The next is transition to green economy. Or as the world shifts towards more sustainable practices, then ang mga companies nga wa mi-adapt sini nga mga sustainable practices may face financial risk. So just like for example, nowadays almost ang mga mamasahero or consumers is ila mas prefer nga gamiton is ang electric electric car or inang e-bike. Instead nga mga sakinan nga gasoline-powered vehicles, which is good naman to foster a green economy. But also because of this, a car manufacturer that continues to produce only gasoline-powered vehicles, muubos or decline ang ila sales as more consumers switch to electric cars. So companies' stock value could fall and it may struggle to compete in the changing market. So here we go, the role of central banks in fostering green finance. Central banks play a crucial role in steering economies towards sustainability. So here's how central bank foster a green finance. First is promoting stability. So ang central bank is equip nila ang financial system nga stable through sa pag-identify kag reduce ang risk nga caused by climate change. So just like for example, ang central bank might require banks to assess the climate risk of their loan portfolios. For instance, a bank's lending to coastal properties should consider the risk of rising sea levels and increased flooding, which could lead to loan defaults. The next is integrating ESG or environmental, social, and governance factors. So ang central bank i-encourage niya ang inclusion sa ESG factors in financial decisions. So this means i-consider nila ang environmental and social impact as well as how well a company is governed when making investment. So just like for example, ang central bank is mag-develop sila guidelines for banks para mag-evaluate sang ESG performance of companies nga ilagi utangan. This could involve assessing a company's carbon footprint, labor practices, and board diversity before approving a loan. The next is facilitating green markets. So ang central bank is mutabang sila sa pag-create and support markets for green financial products, making it easier for investors to put money into sustainable projects. So just like for example, ang ang central bank is mo-issue sila sa green bonds para funding sa environmentally friendly projects sama sa renewable energy or energy efficient infrastructure. The next is shaping policy. So ang central bank also helps when in terms sa pag-create sang rules and policies that support green finance, encouraging sustainable practices across the financial sector. So just like for example, ang central bank is pwede sila mag-introduce sang regulations that require companies to disclose their carbon emissions. So overall, ang central bank is crucial in fostering green finance because they stabilize financial systems by mitigating climate risk, integrate sustainability into financial decisions, promote green investments, and develop supportive policies, ultimately steering economies toward a sustainable future. So that's all. Thank you.